G'day, how's it going? Today I've got another really awesome camera light to show you. I know I've shown you heaps of these things in the past, but honestly they just keep getting better and better, and the one I've got for you today is no exception. It's the Viltrox Sprite 15C, and I really like this thing. Let's open up the box and I'll show you why. So here we go. Pretty plain box, but that's cool. It does the job and it holds it in there. It's got all the specs on the back here. So it's a 15 watt light with 1550 lumen at half a meter and all of that sort of guff. It runs on a L-type Sony battery, or it can run on type C USB power as well. So let's just open this thing up now and have a bit of a look at it. Fairly simple and straightforward. You've got the light here, you've got a battery that actually ships with it, which is really nice for a change, and a small tripod adapter for the ball head typey thing, so it just goes into a cold shoe so you can mount it on your camera and all that sort of stuff. Okay, and then here's the light itself. So let's have a look at this thing, and I'll grab the battery and put the rest of it aside for now. As you can see on the back, it's got a few useful controls. There's this little screen on the side here, power button, there's a menu button over here, and then there's this dial which is clickable as well, and a small button down the bottom for you to change the channel and group with. The battery it takes, as I said, was the Sony L-type, and that just plugs straight in there like that. Easy peasy. And lasts for quite a long time. You can also put the larger batteries in, like the 970, which will literally go for hours and hours on this thing. Let's turn it on and I'll show you a couple of tricks. Obviously you just turn it on with that switch. Now I'm just going to leave it facing down on the desk here. I've also got a couple of other lights here that I'm just going to quickly turn on as well, and I'll face those down here. So that one and this one here. This thing comes with an app, and the app is really quite cool. You see, I can just push the button here and all of these lights turn on. Here you go. So we've got all these lights on, and I can do heaps of neat things with them just using this app. Now if I come and click HSL here, it opens up the color wheel, and from the color wheel I can just choose any color on here, where red, green, into the browns and blues, whatever I want, and that changes all of these lights that are set to this channel 1 group A straight away. Now all of the lights can be assigned to one of 6 groups, and in each group there's 19 channels, so 6 times 19, that's this number here of different addresses that you could have for each light. That means you can set up dozens and dozens of these on a film set all the way you want, assign them all to a scene, and then set them all up with different colors, different effects running, all that sort of thing. Everything you want, set it up and just run it off your phone. I'll show you some of the effects now. So if I click on the FX button down here, then I can choose, like, candlelight, for example. I've got that running here. Now I can increase the speed of the candlelight flickering, and I think you can kind of see it flickering here in the background. It's a little tricky to show you. There you go. I'll turn the brightness down there, and you can see this candlelight flickering thing there going. There's also a flame light option there as well, and I can just reduce or increase the brightness of that, and you could have half a dozen of these going and set them at different flickering rates so that you'd never get a pattern coming through. There's a whole heap of other things here as well, so you can have it show different colors in a cycle at different speeds, which you might want if you're filming somebody that's supposed to be looking at a TV, and it will reflect back on them, showing the kind of color shift that you might get if somebody's watching a TV show during a scene. Something like this can give you that realistic effect without having to have a running TV. And then we've got some other effects as well, quite specialist kind of ones, like we got the police car lights. You can have those going, or ambulance lights, and once again you can have the flashing rate of these at whatever you feel like, the different color patterns for the different things. So as you can see, there are a whole heap of different things these lights can do. They're really useful. I take them on film sets with me all the time, and people sort of grab one and borrow it thinking, oh yeah, this will be a good incidental or fill light or something, and next thing you know they come back and said, hey look, I just ordered half a dozen of these. And I've got to say that with the 15C here, the Viltrox Sprite 15C, that's no exception. I'm definitely going to be getting more of these. I need need to have a whole heap of them sitting in my kit. They're just really handy and something that you need to have with you all the time, just to fill in those gaps and do things that your big lights can't. I also use Viltrox lights, by the way, to light myself here. I've been using these for years. That's this one and this one. This is another one I keep with me, the Welight SO3. They just go into a camera bag. I keep these with me all the time. The battery on these will last a couple of hours. It's great just to have on shoots if you don't want to be digging through for other lights. And of course the SO5, which has got the controls on the back, so you can control it remotely and everything as well, and set up your colors and things without needing the app if you don't want to go there. And the Welight RB9, one of my favourite lights ever. Oh, I can't forget the K21, by the way, as well, this strip light, which is absolutely fantastic. It's magnetic, so it sticks up on whatever you're working on, anything steel, anything ferrous. It magnetizes too. So there we go. I've got links to these in the description, so if you're interested in any of them, go for it. Go grab some of these, you'll never regret it. They're a fantastic price as well. If you've got any questions about them, put them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to click here and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video real soon. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you soon.